So come on along with us today. We're going to go to a home appointment. We're going to be visiting a seller. So this training here today is going to show you how we negotiate with homeowners. What do we say to them? How do we say it? What word phrases do we use? What questions to ask? When do we say it? How do we do it as we're walking out of the door? What rooms do we stand in? We're going to cover it all right now. Let's go. Greetings, class. It's Chris Haskins with therealestateroundup.com. My mission and ministry is to raise your financial literacy through real estate investing and entrepreneurship. Oh, and Jesus, I got a good one for you today, Rounduppers. Oh my goodness, this seller cut off the back of the house. How in the world? I walked around the back of the house. They have chopped off the back of the house. You got to watch it to the end. I've got some goodies for you, some negotiating audio I'm going to give you, but you got to watch to the end, Roundup family. All right, so I've never seen this. So let's go take a look at this property. Unreal. Who knows? Am I going to make an offer? Will we lowball them? Will we try to do a subject to? Will we try to do a lease option? I don't know, but you got to watch to find out. Let's go look at this property, y'all. Okay, class. What's up? Chris Haskins, realestateroundup.com. Thank you for hanging with me. You have spoken and I am listening. I'm going to start taking you on more home appointments. I'm going to give you a quick view of our bay. This is James River there here in the Hampton Roads area. We are traveling from Newport News to Suffolk, through Suffolk out to Portsmouth, aka Portsmouth, as one would say. Thank you, Brother Smitty, once again.
You're welcome, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Glad to be along.
Oh my goodness. Oh Jesus. Yes, my ministry is to raise your financial literacy. Today we are on the way to visit another seller. I'm going to give you as much negotiation strategy as I can, being that the camera will be on. Now I can't do all the digging with the camera on because sellers they get a little squeamish with the camera on. So today we got a seller that owns the house free and clear. I'm not sure what's going on, but the house is listed on the MLS. She said it shouldn't be listed. She can't get in touch with the realtor, not the realtor. Oh goodness, I'm gonna crash my car if I hear realtor again. So we're gonna see what she says, and hopefully this is right before Christmas, and we will get this house under contract quickly, close it in 2 weeks, and be moving on to the next house. So I'll bring you back as we get closer to the premises to see what's inside. All right, you see here we're in a place called Parkview Historical District. Not a big fan of historical, but we'll take a look. So we look at the neighborhood as we're driving in.
In a quarter of a mile, turn right on Spratly Street.
Okay, Roundup family. So you have to make sure you are cognizant of buying houses or even looking at houses in historical districts. Some of the main things you got to worry about on historical districts are the building materials. I have seen it where, so what the city likes to do is preserve these historical areas. So they might want you to use a certain type of window or certain door or certain roofing, or maybe even the siding, the building materials can really escalate your cost of repairs. Say for instance, if we want to put some cheap vinyl siding on the side, they might say, no. The city might say, we want you to use either a certain type of brick. They might want you to use hardy backer, a specific color. So you just never know within a historical district. Inspections, the city can come by and often do. They do yearly or even sometimes quarterly inspections to verify that you are keeping your house up to code. They want to keep the integrity of that historical area. So that's something you got to keep in mind when you own a property in the historical area. Codes. The codes might be different. They may not want your mailbox a certain distance from the street. They might want your driveway to be made out of a certain building material, right? So when you go to fix it, man, what's going to happen? Cost goes up because of that different building material. So just be aware if you're looking at houses in historical districts. And it's not all bad. Some buyers actually love historical district areas. But me, I want to look for the majority of the buyers, not the minority. As we're driving in, I got a multifamily there. The street, it's not the prettiest street, but it's okay. People take care of it. We're down. This is definitely downtown.
In 700 feet, turn right on Riverview Avenue.
So we're right downtown Portsmouth.
So that big building that we're looking at, the big brick building straight ahead, that's the Naval Hospital in Portsmouth.
Look at this street here, Smitty. I don't necessarily like how close these houses are, but it's just indicative of the age and year they were built. Look at my homies pushing my baby down the street. People working on cars in the middle of the street here. I do not like that. Old trucks.
Turn right on Riverview Avenue.
You can stop. Oh. Look at the big homie over here with a dumpster in the middle of the street here. And I think we are cheer. We are cheer. I'll go down and turn around. So you see the houses are very close together. They don't look too bad. People have been taking care of the houses here. So you got to make sure you look at the houses on both sides of your subject house and even across the street. You don't want to buy a house with a dog kennel next door. Just imagine if the house next door to your property was run down, ugly, crack house, meth house. You have to be aware of what your surroundings are when you're looking at these properties, right? So just very briefly, just peruse, look left to right, see what it looks like before you make your offer on these things. That's the same thing your end buyer, the person, the mom that with the 2 kids, 2.8 kids are going to do when they show up at the property. They're going to look around. Can my kids play out here? So why not you do it too? So I'm not happy or sad. The area, I can give it or take it. Let's see what's going on inside. Okay, she's either going to say, yep, yeah, or hey, no, turn that camera on. So the houses look pretty good here. We got duplexes there.
That's my daughter Adrian. She's actually the house owner.
I'm Chris. This is Brother Smitty.
Hi, how are you?
Training purposes. Is that okay?
Okay. Great.
What's your name again?
Adrian.
Adrian.
Smitty.
Smitty. Hi, Smitty.
Kathleen.
Or Todd.
Or Todd, huh?
You're working.
Huh?
Working.
Yeah, just trying to.
Welcome
Give
to
us-
work.
Come on in.
Look at that floor. That is gorgeous. Holy cow. Did y'all do that? So first of all, it's a bad sign if your seller is outside when you show up to the property, right? Good gracious. Why are you outside? I mean, couldn't you go inside? Not a good sign, right? My spidey senses are going crazy. I'm like, why are you outside when I'm pulling up? Second thing, when you show up, try to give a compliment. If you notice, first thing right out of my mouth, wow, this is nice. The flooring that I talked about. Give them a compliment because every seller is like that beautiful lady. Even though they may be gorgeous, they still love to get compliments from time to time. Look at this, Smitty. Oh my goodness.
Nice mosaic.
He put a lot of work into it. He was trying to flip it. So.
Oh, really? He was trying to flip it.
He lived here. He always had a dream about flipping houses. He never did. Because he went over there, he was going to do that. But he didn't.
He got sick from the asbestos in here or what?
No, he
Liver,
was
he drank.
alcoholic.
Oh.
Hello.
All right, what
Yeah.
did you drink? If you
All right.
were drinking beer or what?
A lot. That's what
Beer.
we drank.
Whiskey, I think, or rum.
Whiskey, Bacardi, everything. But
Sorry to hear that.
he was taking care of my grandma, so it was a slow fix. And then she passed away. He started putting more work into it, and then he got sick. So.
Come on in, Smitty. Let's see what we got behind the door right here. Oh my goodness. I didn't see behind that door.
Panels.
What's going on?
Oh Lord, electrical panel all tore up, right? Just hanging wires all going crazy. But you don't have to react to it. Don't make your seller feel self-conscious about the property where it's all beat up, right? So just kind of, you noticed it, you made a note, and you move on.
Well, I don't know because I wasn't
Wow.
really in his life.
You've been doing some,
Yeah, he has a permit. He was renovating. He was going to put a whole addition on the back. He's got plans that are upstairs on the countertop, and they've already been approved and everything
I saw
by
that on the list,
historical. Yeah. society, but
Look at this. What was he gonna move the panel?
I don't know exactly what's going on there exactly.
And you had an offer, Kathleen, for 90, and y'all didn't take it.
Oh, we took it, but we couldn't. The house was willed from John's mom to John, and then John to Adrian, and John never got it put in his name because he didn't want it. Yeah, so I had to go through probate court for 2 wills, and so finally it's in her name. So.
How long did that take?
About a year.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
See what's over here.
So.
Cold in there. I got my big coat.
I haven't been able to get back up to Sherry Carson's.
Gorgeous.
You're talking about $2,000
Wow.
to fix this. Look, this is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's pretty.
This door by itself is gonna be $500. I mean, you can't even buy these doors at Lowe's.
No.
I'm sure you.
I think they work, don't they?
Wow, talk about unbelievable. These doors are just drop dead gorgeous, but where are you gonna find them? I said $500, but I'm thinking these doors are really gonna be in the thousands. I mean, you're talking about 8-foot doors. Where are you gonna find them? Home Depot, Lowe's, they don't sell that stuff. So another reason, arrow down for historical district house buying. Historical district house buying, I like that.
I'm just saying this stuff is value.
Yeah.
This is character.
Yeah, it's got a lot of charm. I know this. I love the ceilings in here.
Look at this crazy. So cool.
So are all the utilities off?
Yeah, they're off. Yeah.
I
It's
hear
natural gas.
That is the battery to this fireplace here. The remote for it.
Man, this thing is big. Why don't y'all just fix it up and sell it? Get more money.
I'm in school. I actually live in the Caribbean right now for my school.
What?
Yeah, I
Nice.
just got back
Get out of
at
here.
2 a.m. So,
40 degrees here.
Welcome back to the refrigerator.
after a while you miss the cold.
Yeah.
You're good. I mean,
I like my seasons.
We always ask, why don't you just want to fix it up? Because we want to put the problem on them, paint the picture in their mind so they can do what? Deflect it and put it on us right where we really want it. Where do we want the problem? On our shoulders, right? We can't say that. I'll take it. We don't want to seem too anxious to do this stuff. So we just ask them, why don't you just do it? You'll get more money, right? And just put it out there. And it's the truth. We're not taking advantage of anybody. Put it on them, then see if they'll throw it back on us, which is right where we want the ball, right? But some sellers, doesn't work. They might say, you know what, I will do the work. But that way, at least you know where you stand so you can negotiate for your next step, okay?
Caribbean. Why would you come back? Oh, Christmas.
Yeah.
There's a fireplace back there. We really should put that mattress back on that bed, Adrian, huh?
Yeah.
You want us to do it?
Oh, we can get it.
Darn! Somebody had a conjugal. Oh no, listen. 1, 2, 3. You don't have anybody sleeping in here, do you?
People keep breaking in the back door.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's what happens with empty houses.
They took the stove from upstairs, and that's how the railing got broke off of there. They
Oh,
went
wow.
downstairs and
What?
stole it. They took the washing machine out of the back.
Welcome to vacant houses.
Yeah. So, I mean, they obviously know it's vacant.
They sure do. So the kitchen is upstairs.
Yep.
So when you bring up the fact that the property is vacant, we want to let it be known that yes, there could be some vandalism. Absolutely. Because I want everybody to be on the same page. If I buy it, I'm going to take that burden on of the people breaking in and taking over it. So it's another arrow up for our seller to sell me this house, right?
Yes.
It is.
There used to be another room on the back through that
Duplex?
door.
Oh,
So that
shit.
used to, did that just,
Yeah, they pulled the door right off the frame to get in
so,
here.
yeah, there used to be another room back there. That was the kitchen. This was the dining room originally.
Wow, this is unbelievable.
Look at that dental molding.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, you're talking,
It's
you got-
gorgeous.
please, you gotta keep that, right, Smitty?
Oh, yeah.
Look at these doors, dude.
Yeah, he put a lot of work into it. Most of the stuff that still looks nice in here was he had
$800?
replaced. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a hole back there because of the room that he took off the back. Yeah, isn't that unreal?
Outside in the bathroom.
It's your air conditioning for the summertime. Yeah. He just
heat lamp down here too.
Hot water heater got
oh, there's heat
He installed
for
heat
the
lamps.
Okay.
He liked his showers warm before he took a shower.
Y'all got an interesting thing going on here.
Yeah,
You didn't tell me it's gonna be this fun.
There's a little closet over those stairs there.
So what type of offers have you got? Y'all need to just sell this thing and get on back to Jamaica.
I'm not. I'm in Delaware. She's in St. Kitts.
We ask what type of offers did the seller receive because we want to know where they are mentally. Did you get an offer for 100,000, 200,000, 300, what have you? Because if we know that they got an offer that's already higher than what we are willing to pay, then we can cut our time short and move on to the next house. Sometimes people they want to call your bluff too. They want to say, "Well, I got an offer for 300. What's your offer too?" So we don't necessarily know if they're being completely honest, right? So once again, it's just a game back and forth. We're just doing the dance now. So ask them so you can cut it, move on. If they say they got an offer for 40, then you kind of know where you stand if that's where you need to be. But you got to know.
That was where Tammy was going to medical school.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in veterinary medicine.
Oh, okay.
And here's the bathroom, and this one's got a heat lamp in the shower too.
Yes.
It's a little dark in that one.
Oh, yeah, snake. This is nice. It's got to do some real work in here.
Yes.
Towel, walk-in shower. This is corroded though. I had to replace it. I don't know what happened. See it there? Yep. That's weird.
Yeah, I noticed that when I took a shower. There's an attic up there.
So keep in mind when you're interfacing with your seller, try to compliment before you criticize. Compliment before you make a bad statement or you point out something that's a negative with the property. Why we want to bring them in before we give them a little sting, right? We still want our seller to love us. Never say anything bad about the property if you can help it. Even if it's an ugly one like this that needs a lot of work, the golden liner on this thing has a lot of potential, right? Even the ugliest house has a lot of potential. You know, it's got a lot of potential, even if it's a tear down property. You know what? The land here has a lot of potential. Try to think of something positive to say to your seller. No, I promise you, no one likes hearing things that are negative about what they own.
You're going to have to, when y'all went to the city, did you get the permits? You see if they were open or what's going on?
Permits are, yeah, it's permits.
They're still open? So somebody's going to come in here and, which the contractors hate to do. Start working on somebody else's permit. Get a new one. Okay. This looks like.
Yeah, the pulley, they're open. The pulley windows. Oh.
What is
Wow. Oh, look, somebody put tape on that. Okay, or maybe he had plastic on that. I don't know.
Wow, this is just unreal, man. It has a lot of character.
Yeah, there's a fireplace over here too, but it's not working.
Okay.
Non-functioning.
I'm good. It might be warmer outside.
I know, I'm telling you. That's what I'm thinking.
They get cold at night.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just blocking that. Here.
Look at this one. What do you think about that?
Keep it a
Oh
little
yeah,
more
the old
here.
push button switches.
That's cool.
I grew up with those.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's just better. These floors are killer.
Yeah.
Real wood. So this was a duplex before.
Was it?
I'm asking.
Oh, I don't think
Somebody live
so.
downstairs?
Oh,
When you-
Grandma Pierce was disabled, so he
Okay.
brought the kitchen up here.
Yeah.
Her bedroom.
Kitchen upstairs.
Her bedroom was up here.
This is crazy.
And then there's a balcony out there. You can walk in.
Okay. Man, you got a nice looking. This thing has so much potential. If you want to put the work in.
Yeah.
You guys want to walk away? Let me ask you, in an ideal world, if you go to bed tonight and wake up in the morning with your problem solved, what would that look like?
Okay, it's time to get down to business. We've exchanged pleasantries. We've got to know each other a little bit. They know about me. I know about them. Smitty, everybody feels warm and fuzzy. Bam. Let's get to business. Let's talk some numbers. And people will respect you if you don't beat around the bush and you tell them, listen, it's time for us to get right to it. You know, I promise you, people that I don't know what it is. People respect when you treat them they respect you when you show them that you respect them by carrying yourself in a business-like way, right? So they want to deal with somebody that has, you're attractive. You're attractive when you say, listen, it's business time. People love it.
Your eyes on me.
He's asking what kind of figure you want.
Oh.
Let's go downstairs. I'm cold.
Yeah, it is.
You got everything in here, Smitty?
We're looking at, I think, at like 70,000.
70. I'll be happy with that too.
Yeah.
70 for this mammer jammer. Where's the railings at?
For this? He
Yeah.
just had me before here when they stole the stove.
It was
from
never
upstairs.
really like upstairs.
No, it's that floor right there. But when they brought the stove down, it tore the railing off. Because when I came in here, I was like, what the heck happened to the railing? And then upstairs, the stove was gone. And not the stove, the refrigerator. Stove's there, the refrigerator. It was a double door fridge, and I guess they decided they needed it or they wanted the metal, one or the other.
This is just unreal.
When he originally bought it, when you first walked in, there was a wall here, so you had two different doors.
Oh, okay.
One came down this hallway, and one just went straight upstairs.
I see.
Yeah. So he took that out and
Yes.
just opened it all up.
I see.
So it was divided into 2 apartments,
Yes.
essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would think you could come in right.
Yeah.
Right here.
It was
Just go
literally
straight up.
just where the stairs are.
So before you buy any house, especially one that was converted from a duplex to a single family home, you best to verify the zoning. So is this house zoned for duplex, triplex, single family home, commercial, mixed use? I don't know. So that's another negotiating tool that you can bring to the table when you go to the seller, because we don't know if it's duplex or single family home, right?
Nice. So y'all's bottom line is 75,000.
No,
My thing is, it's Christmas. You know, I'm not trying to beat you up. If you want to have when do you want to have this done? What time frame are you thinking? Like next week or first of the year?
The sooner the better, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
This house has character,
Yeah, it does.
but I'm scared though.
Yeah.
Y'all not scared?
Scared
This house doesn't scare you, little?
I don't know.
No.
I've been here so many times, it doesn't scare
He-
me at all.
Let me reframe that. The work.
The work.
The work
Just
that
with the
done.
work.
Yeah.
The work.
Yeah, it's got a lot of
'Cause-
work that needs to be done. For sure.
What time frame? The first of the year or what? So I can go back to the committee.
Yeah.
First of the year.
Yeah.
You don't need to do it before Christmas, like next Monday, right?
No.
No,
It is
just the sooner the better, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and do you want to do anything to it? What do you, in your mind, do you want to or you just want to get a check and get gone?
Just want to get a check and be gone, yeah. I live in Delaware, and
You ain't coming back.
no.
You got everything you want?
We've already made
Yeah,
so
we don't want
many
anything
trips
out of
back and forth.
Yeah, to come to see this. I mean,
And we took, quite a bit of furniture and stuff out, so, because we were supposed to settle on it on the 22nd of May last year.
with the other lady.
Yeah.
Why don't you just call a broker? I mean, that would be easy. Call a broker and see what's going on. That would be an easy phone call to me.
I've been calling her. She's not returning my phone
She's
calls.
not. You call the broker too?
Who's the broker?
The agent has
Oh,
to.
I don't know who it is. First Class Realty, you mean? I don't know who.
Well, she has to have a broker. I looked on there. It said call the owner for showings.
Did you want me to go around the house, Chris?
Yeah, we
or?
go around the back. Y'all not coming around back, are
I
you?
don't mind. No, the overhead. There's a shed over there, but
A shed?
yeah, there's a lot of.
It's a new shed.
It's unreal what people do.
I know.
Smith.
They've been through everything. They're
Oh
like.
shit! We're just gonna look because there's no stairs.
Stairs.
Take a look at this.
There's stairs.
Get down them.
Wow.
Oh my lord! What do you think, Smith?
Your concerns just skyrocketed, dude.
Yeah.
He cut the back of the house off.
It's an old.
Get a. Go out there so I can get the whole thing. Dude. y'all can get 75 minutes. Y'all should be like.
Not 75. I didn't say 75. I said 70, but.
Oh.
We're willing to negotiate.
If you can. If you can get 70 or even somewhere close, I would say you can get off your valve.
What do you think it's worth?
Out. Well, the value is.
I know that the taxes on them for 179. Yeah, 179,000.
No.
Y'all know we get bulldozed.
Oh.
The neighbors said y'all get the bulldozer.
New one on the spot that it is trying to lift the foundation up. He died right after he tore the back off.
He probably was like, man, that's too much work.
Yeah, once he tore the back off. See where the washing machine line coming right out the back ground over here on the ground.
I
Right
see.
here.
That's
where
all.
the hose coming out the back of the
Oh,
house.
yeah.
We used to just let the water run out at
Dang.
from the washing machine.
Poor thing. All right, my brother.
Yeah.
Go to the bank.
So the drain just came back to the backyard.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The backyard was the drain.
Yeah.
After he tore the back off, he was going to plan on trying to put an addition on it then.
Yeah.
If you can get 70.
Wow. Y'all take care. Have a Merry Christmas.
We used to be able to watch it. We used to be able to clean it. I've been putting red poison down everywhere.
Really?
I mean, like, she was, Sherry Parsons said she would give us 90.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. You have a blessed one. Good luck on your venture.
Thank you.
She's the one that,
I think I get the handshake already. God bless you. Talk to you soon. Okay. Merry Christmas.
all right. Merry Christmas.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll email you my offer in an email.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can we get this too, sweetie? That's where that kitchen was up there. The door coming out.
Mm-hmm.
That is kick booty. Be able to cook and then walk outside. What do you think?
I liked the neighbor's comment. Get the bulldozer out.
Good, good.
The neighbor opens the window and says, "Get the bulldozer out."
I think you might want to listen to him.
That's a first.
Did you get that on camera?
I did.
I just want to let you know as we're leaving this appointment here, take a look at these doors. You see that door is older door, and we got one next door. The doors in historical districts are a little different than the doors in a non-historical district. You can see how, and you have to match it up. You can't just come and put a Home Depot special. See the doors, they got a double door and all this stuff. You can't just be coming and putting regular door on stuff. I don't know when they did that one, but typically, well, there's a cheap door there.
Yeah.
But we don't know when that's how I was saying. We don't know when that went in. Old door. What we got over here?
Got a lot for sale by the city.
Yeah, sure enough. So this stuff, you got to know what you're doing when you're rehabbing historical district houses. Here we go. Here it is.
Lots of vacant properties.
Yeah, you need to know what you're doing. So this one, class. I'll bring you back in as we get closer to the water so you can see our beautiful views. I'll tell you what's going on. All right, so I just wanted to fill you in. First of all, thank you for hanging out with me. So you saw that property there. I like the locations is okay. However, that neighbor came outside, really got me thinking about tearing that house down. So I'm gonna go run my numbers. I don't know if I want to tackle a renovation that big at this stage of my life, but we will probably make her an offer too. I will email the offer along with my credibility kit. If you want to know what a credibility kit, you got to have a credibility kit. I'll show you how to put one together. And I'm going to run my numbers, probably going to offer her something in the teens or in the low 20s, because that mammer jammer needed a lot of work, and I just don't want to deal with that. I like to just point out, enjoy your life. Take a look around you just to see what the journey is giving you every day. Don't get caught up on a deal. Lonnie Scruggs used to say, stop worrying about getting your next deal. Don't worry so much about it. You know? So if you log into PropStream, just go pull up the program on the propstream.com. You'll see this house sold for $36,000, which is like $20,000 more than what I wanted to pay for it. I don't know what they're thinking, but if you look when it was built, 1900, the lot size small, 3,000 square foot of this unit is over 2,000 square foot. So
If the house is 2,200 and the lot is 3,200, you got 100 square foot of land. Here in Virginia, we pride ourselves in our land, right? Because we got so much of it, you know, westernly. But here, I could not imagine pouring all that money into this reno. As a matter of fact, with the guy chopping off the back of the house, oh my goodness. And don't forget, you get a discount if you want to use PropStream. It pulls mortgage records. You can find cash buyers. The seller, get the seller's address, actually do skip tracing. PropStream has it all, and you get a discount. And if you look at the link right below, I'm always trying to give you value. You get a discount if you come in through the Real Estate Roundup link. All right. Roundup family, take a second. You know I love you. Subscribe to my channel. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. I look forward to working with you in 2020. Make this year the best year for you and your family. I'll talk to you soon. It's Chris Haskins with TheRealEstateRoundup.com. Peace.